Hey, this is Levavi from LickNRiff.com, and it's time for another viewer request. And in this video, we're going to learn a fingerstyle arrangement I've made especially for you guys and girls on request of Under the Sea, the Calypso song from the Disney movie The Little Mermaid. It's a wonderful song. It's one of my favorite Disney songs because it's a Calypso song. What can be more fun than Calypso? Have you ever heard a bad Calypso song? I don't think so. So I've tried to maintain the Calypso feel, the Calypso rhythm in the arrangement, as you'll see, to the best of my abilities. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that, how to hear the Calypso feel in your head and keep the rhythm going while you play the melody of the song, instead of just playing the bass notes, for example. It's a bit difficult to incorporate it, but if you hear it in your head, it's easier, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, let me play the arrangement, and so you can hear how it goes. And then we're gonna break it down lick by lick with tabs on the screen, of course, as usual, and then you'll be able to play it for yourself and have fun with it. So it goes like this, and then we're gonna learn it. Okay, so this is in C. It's only got 3 chords: C, G, and F. Okay, and in one line, just one line of the song, you've got A minor and D7. Okay, but we've got a long way to go up to that line. These 2 chords just appear once. The entire song is in C, G, and F. Let's start at the beginning. You begin with a high C. A high C is just an F shape on the 8th fret. Okay, it's part of the entire C chord, just without the bass notes. So you play this 8, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and you play D string, G string, and B string. Okay, just small arpeggio. And then you play the E string with the G string. Okay, 3 times. Okay, now this lick, this is all sixths, just the 6th interval. So you play the E string with the G string. And then you play 7 and 7 on the E string and the G string. Okay, move it up to 10. Okay, and then you play 8 and 9 again. Okay, simple. And then you play the 8 on the B string. So it sounds like this: 7, 10, 8. 8 on the B string. And then again, just without the final note. Okay? Okay? Simple. That's the intro. Okay, now this is actually a G chord. Okay, it's just... Okay? And this is supposed to be a G7 chord because it's this. Okay, it's these notes from the G7. So it's actually C, G, G7, C. Okay, and then you go to C and you begin. Okay? You want to keep the rhythm going in your head. That's the calypso rhythm of the song. So you want to keep that in your head and try to incorporate it whenever you play by just arpeggiating the chords. Just okay, or that works as well. You can either pick it like that or arpeggiate it. The melody line is just the C note, 1 on the B string. Okay, so just if you want a simple version, you just play the bass and the high C note. Okay, but this lacks something, so just harmonize it. Pick both B string and G string. Okay, but if you want the complicated version, the full calypso version, you play this. Or, okay? And then you play G. You don't have to put anything on except for the bass note because you pick the open B string. Again, you can harmonize with the G string. And then you put your pinky on 3 on the B string, which is a D note. Okay? And then C again, and this time you pick B string and G string. Okay? That's the melody. Okay, and you can play the bass note along with every note you play. Just pick the bass note as much as you can. Okay, this gives it a more rhythmic feel, like it gives it a drumming feel. Tum, 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 okay? Okay, so that's the first line. The second line is C, G, C again, this time with different strings picked. Okay, it's the C bass, and then you pick the G string and the D string. Or you can do it, you can arpeggiate and then pick them twice, 3 times. Okay, I hope you're following. The simple version is just the bass note and the D string. The G string. Okay, but again, this is empty, so harmonize it with the D string. And then G bass again with the D string and G string. This time, one after another. Okay? It's the G bass with the D string, and then the G string. I'm getting confused between G and D. You try saying it 1,000 times. And then C. And you just pick the A string and the D string. Just the head of the C. No, the C chord. So, this is confusing. It's just C and G. So it's C, G, C, C, G, C. Okay? Just keep it in your head as C, G, C, C, G, C. That was C, G, C, and then again G, C. The melody, if you want to memorize it, it's easy to memorize these 2 lines by remembering that the first lick is on the B string, the second lick is on the D and G strings. Okay? The first lick is high, the second lick is low. This time with a calypso feel. Okay, got it? Good. Now that you've gotten used to this, The next lines will be easier. Okay? You play this twice, both these licks twice, and then you play F. Okay? Just F. The melody is just inside the F. It's the B string and then the G string, but you can play both of them just 4 times. And it works as a harmony. And then, again, the C chord. This time you play G string, B string, G string, B string. Okay? Almost said bistro there. And again, the bass note at the beginning. And as usual, you can just pick the bass note along with any note. Okay, or just with the G string. Gives it a nice feel. Got it? And then G again. Okay, so G, the D note, 3 times, and then it's the C note inside the G string. This is a G sus4 chord. Okay, so okay, but contextually this is still G. So 3 3 3 1, and then C again. This time it's E string, 3 on the B string, 1 on the B string. This is it. So, and then you play the F lick and this lick again. F, C, G, C. Then break. You just stop for a second. Okay? So the verse again, I really hope you're not too confused by all the C's and G's and F's and no, actually the F is a blessed change. There are too many C's and G's here. So again, C, G, C, C, G, C. Again. F, C, G, C, F again, C, G, C. Stop. Now for the chorus. This line, open E string, 3 on the B string, 1 on the B string. It's actually E, D, C. This little lick repeats itself throughout the chorus, so get ready. It's okay, this lick, but when you put the C note on, you also put the bar on 1 because you need an F chord right away and you don't want to stop the note from ringing. If you want to keep it ringing, just pre-put the bar. Okay, and add the rest of the fingers. And then you play the F bass with the G string. Okay, again, bar. And then there's an empty rhythm fill. Okay, and it's this. It's the I play again. I always try to harmonize with 2 strings, but basically it's the B string, and then open G string, and you put on a C chord. Try to put on the C chord without touching the G string. Okay, to keep it ringing, and then you play the C bass, and you go into the next lick. Again, this is the basic line. I harmonize with the upper string, the string above. I always try to do that to harmonize. So it sounds like this when I do it. Okay? So work on that, and then it's the main lick again, E, D, C, and then G. Okay, it's just G with the D note, the 3 on the B string, and again you need a fill, so you just play G string, B string, G string. Okay, and G bass again. I hope this is not too confusing. If so, then I'm sorry. I'm playing it as slow as I can. You got it? It's under the sea, doo-doo-doo-doom. Under the sea, doo-doo-doo-doom. That's what you want to hear in your head. So it's... Again. Got it? It's F, C, G. And then this one again, E, D, C. And then this is the most complicated line in this arrangement. We're gonna go over it first and then we're gonna break it down. I just want you to see how it goes slowly. It's okay? It's F, C, G, still G, C. But this time, in this line, the melody is on the off beat. So you play the melody before the bass notes. So that's the tricky part. It's this line again, the E, D, C, and then you play F just for a second, okay, and then you leave it on and play the G string. You play the F bass with 2 on the G string, and then you take the chord off and play the open G string, and you put the C on, and you play the E string, and then the bass. Got it? This is the lick. And then you play the D and the C notes, the 3 and 1 on the B string, and then 3, the D note, 3 on the B string again, and then the G bass, and then the C note. Okay? From the top, F, C, G. And then we're still on G. The main line again, E, D, C. And then it's C with the E string as your melody. Okay, and you're done. That's the complicated line. And then again, the fill, the doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, just G string, B string, B string, G string. Again, F, open G string, C, G, C. Sounds like this. Actually, you can play the G string along with the G bass along with the melody. It works fine. You can even play it straight, but then you lose the calypso feel. Okay, you can play it straight. You don't have to separate the bass notes. It sounds good as well. It's just it just feels weird when the bass notes go offbeat for a second. But then again, if it sounds good for you, then just play it. Okay? That's the line. Now, again, E, D, C, F. This time it's G string, B string, G string. Okay? Pretty simple. It's just G string, B string twice, G string. Then G with the D note. And then D, C, D. Again, still on G. 3, 1, 3. It's F, D note, then G bass. And then 3, 1, 3, C. No, actually, we've arrived at the A minor. It's A minor. Isn't it a refreshment? The A minor, to get you away from all those C's and G's. So A minor, and the melody line is the E note twice. So just harmonize it, you can play the entire chord. And then 3 on the B string, and then E string again. Okay, so for a second it's A sus4. And then it's D7. But you just play the D string, the G string, and the B string. Okay? And you leave the E string open. So technically, you put a D7 sus2. But you just play a D7. Then the melody is the open E string. Because, again, it's E, D, and C. So, again, A minor, D7. Okay, and then you play the complicated line again. And this time you don't finish on the E string, you finish on the C note. But you're not done yet. You can't rest yet, because this begins the intro line again, only this time on the lower notes. You play this here. Okay, so you finish the line. Okay, and you begin the intro right away. How do you do that? You play, and you treat this as the beginning of the new line, of the new lick, of the intro lick. And you play. Slowly. Let's break this apart. Both C notes, the A bass and the B string. And then you arpeggiate the C. You play D string, G string, and then you play the B string with the G string, with the D string. Okay, B and D strings. This is exactly this, only an octave lower. And then G bass with open B string and D string. And then you want the G7. Remember this? So you just put 3 and 3 on the B string and the D string. And then C again, and you play A string, D string, and B string together, and then you play the G string. Again, C, G, 3 and 3 on the B string and D string. This is a G7. And then C again. You play B string and D string with the C bass and G. Second time around, you just arpeggiate, okay, without the C note that belonged to the melody that ended on the lick. So you don't need it here. Just A, D, G, and then again 3 and C, okay, without the G string, remember? So, and then if you want to continue on to another round, you just continue playing, you go back to the verse. If you want to finish, you play the intro again. And you play a C chord to finish with. Now, there's a harmony, okay? And you can use it if you want to go into a second round. The harmony is this. Okay, just for the first line. It's C. And this time you play the B string with the E string. And then G7, okay, it's 1, 3, 0, 0. You don't play the B, the B note. You can just mute it with your finger, and just have the G bass. It's easier to put this chord on than this chord on, and you play the G with the D on the B string. And then you play the 1 on the E string and C. You play E string and then the B string. And fortunately, we're done. Okay, that's the harmony. If you want to go into a second round. That's under the C. Let's go over the chorus again. Pre-bar, F, C, G, F, C, G, C, F, G, A minor, D7, F, C, G, C, G7, G, G7, C, and then you do whatever you want to do. Play it again or finish. And we're done. So you can subscribe to my channel and keep updated with all the new lessons I've got to offer. I upload a new lesson every couple of days or so, and hopefully this will change soon into a lesson every day. So subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and enjoy all the lessons that are there already. And you can enjoy them even if you don't subscribe, but then you won't keep updated with the new ones. And just a small request, please share this lesson. If you enjoyed this lesson, just share it, please. Share it with whomever you want, with people you know, with people you don't know, with your dogs, with your family, with your enemies, with, I don't know, with your pen pals, if you have pen pals. Even if you don't have pen pals, share it with your pen pals. Just go and play this. I'll stop blathering and let you go get this under your fingers. I enjoyed this very much. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.